then, of course, this is talking about from this psychological standpoint, but it's not clear to me how the trend can be reversed based on this theory if it does not involve changes in terms of physiology, not psychology.
Right. Very good, very fair, and very good. If I can back up to the model and go from that point, perhaps it will help me to explain that better. And that is, if I go to this model right here.
We have time too.
Do we have time? Oh, okay, great. That's important. I had to rush because if you can hear the audio, it will help out so much. But in either case, here's the idea. Psychological, right? This is what they're thinking. What I did learn during this time, that you can change their paradigm. These individuals will change if you can be able to relate to them. If someone that they trusted could relate to them and talk to them as a fellow human and not put them down and not trivialize them, but speak to them in with respect. By doing that, they trust the individual, then they start saying, hey, listen, I can work on this and fix this problem. That's why I said it's important for pastors. In the African American church, there's a lot of respect for pastors. And if pastors will simply say this, and listen, there is a problem in our community. We need to reduce this. How can we do this? We have learned. That's where I'm with my research. I meet individuals who know what it takes for nutrition and exercise, those kind of things. Things that does work. If it is promoted from the pulpit, from the pastor, there is an ear to hear that, and they will listen. So the psychology is being able to is important for them to believe what is going to happen and then to work toward that change. They will do that, and those other individuals did do that. Now the problem with that is that, as one of these who is now a pastor said, have you looked around? This is his words. Have you looked around? Some of the biggest people in our church are the pastors. And so nobody wants to talk about themselves. So the idea, though, is to get them to buy in and listen. We have a problem, admit it. I know it's a hard hill to climb, but listen, it is a disease that's in our culture that needs to be reversed. I have a hard road ahead of me, but I am willing to work at it because it needs to be reversed. But that's the connection between the psychology. It's being able to trust someone and trust what they're saying to reverse that trend. Go ahead.
Personally, you
Yes.
said that exercises were one of the ways. You have a clip on exercises that you did.
That I've done. And in order
Can you just
to...
tell us some of the exercises you did?
Yes, I can. Yes, I can do it. Well,
Just tell us.
so what I did was I did some stretches. I started out with stretches and basically just real simple stretches like this. Because I'm old, I have to get the bones and stuff before I even do the exercise. But I do stretches, good stretches, even my legs, all of those kind of things. And then I simply do sit-ups, and I do 3 different types of sit-ups. And I have usually my bed in the master bedroom is just enough to put my feet under there, and I lift myself up just a little bit. And I started out with 5. Way back in 2014, because that's all I could do, maybe I did 5. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1000. Then I did some crunches, and I tried to do these right in a row, and then I did sit-ups. Oh, cool. So, and Professor Ellis, she edited and helped me out and greatly because it was a lot worse. Trust me. The internet when it says exercise. You might get it here. I like one of these to work. I've done this presentation several times, and the last time was at a family reunion while they was picking out. And I went into the lion's den, so you can't hurt me. But it's important for me, and I'm determined by 2050, instead of being 1 in 3 with diabetes, which is where we're at, I want that to be 1 in 10 for the African American community. I'm going to work hard at that. From now on, I will be doing quantitative research, such as A1Cs, monitoring this, and those kind of things, because it's important. But I had to do the qualitative in order to start. Yes, ma'am. While we are trying to do this. Yes,
I guess that was my question. I work with a lot of diabetic patients, so I was wondering what stage these were in their diabetic management. Of the 5 patients the people that you talked to, what stage were they? Were they on oral medications? Were they on insulin? Had they sustained any complications? And was that associated with their outlook in terms of their?
I am sure that did influence their outlook, but they was all stages. We didn't have any amputation, but we had incontinence. We had extremely high glucose readings, and it was all the dynamics, including their family members like father or husband who was in different stages of diabetes. And even in the fatalism that, it was all different ones.
So there was no association between A1C levels and all those 5. So there were these 5 patients that you had, they're not associated with a stable A1C or any lab values.
The 2 that was, like I said, that had diabetes under control, had the A1C under control, but the rest of them, 2 of them did not, and 1 of them wasn't even sure because the doctor wouldn't. I just had to look at the results. Yes, you have diabetes, but he didn't even understand what was going on because the doctor just basically just brought him in and just said, take this, and he didn't know what was going on.
Okay, so it was pre-diabetic, then he hadn't had the stage.
Right, and he didn't, he was actually he was had diabetes, and he put him on some medicine, then he brought him off. But the other ones all had, one of them I think was doing insulin, and her husband was doing insulin. One of them was doing like Janumet or metformin. So it was really a good mixture of them.
If I play it, you can explain it, but I think it was fine to go for some reason.
So if you can just play it and they can see the exercises, that would be good. You'll get something out of this. I am so sorry. It's something about presentation and audio that's why I wanted more than 15 minutes. But then the computer, we had it all perfect, but the computer didn't work, and so they had to get another computer and start it all over. That's what took a long time.
Any other questions while we're watching?
And yes, you can ask questions and you can see these. Yes, ma'am.
I really appreciate your presentation because it has really helped me understand how my best friend is being devastated by diabetes. And I see the connection now with her church and everything. I mean, like every Sunday they have a potluck, and bring, tons of food and all this stuff. And
It's good food, though. That's the problem.
Yeah. And then I see the negative in terms of the doctor, like she mistrusts the doctor. And what happens now is that mistrust and everything is passing on to her daughter. Like her daughter has sugars of 500
Ancestors.
and there's no... And I couldn't understand, why you guys cannot take care of yourselves, why are you doing this to yourselves? And this whole mentality, it explains the mentality.
So the idea is this: if I can change those who will listen, they will pass it on to the next generation. Now, like I said, I really do have a perspective from 1888. I kind of have a long view of this thing, and I know how things can influence others. That's why I have my son here, my oldest son here. as he has a business on the side that works with these individuals, even in his church. And then he has his own children doing exercise and stuff like that. What am I doing? I'm trying to influence the next generation and instill in them that this is important to help them seamlessly reduce the prevalence of diabetes. It has to start. And I talked with one of these interviewers, participants. He was saying, listen, I said, well, what will help this to change? You know, he said one of the things is we get new blood in, we get newer generation. And those are the ones I'm hoping to affect with the passage, because really, when you have someone, I assume everyone is like that. If you have someone that you trust, then you are more likely to listen to them and do what they're saying. If you don't, and especially if you come with a domineering attitude, people just get turned off. My background is adult education. Adults, I don't care how illiterate they are, if they've lived in a length of time, they have some knowledge and it's worth. So you have to listen to them, you know, and you have to treat them with respect. And that's why I'm not ashamed of where I came from. Whatever, that's how I was. So I just go with it. But if you treat them with respect, and that's where they get that from the pastors. They play a major role, but that's a major problem too. 1,002, 1,003, 1,004, 1,002, 1,003, 1,000. Around to my 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, 5, 1,000. 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, 5, 1,000. 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, 5, 1,000. 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, 5, 1,000. 1, 2, 3. I do as many as I want. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 3. Okay. I stretch my legs. More. 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, 5, 1,000. And the other one. 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3.
All the proceeds from the future videos of Dr. Redwine will go to our program.
I really start my exercises. I start with my sit-ups. And I use my bed actually for doing this. It happened to be the right size. I start with just elevating myself. 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, 5, 1,000. Some crunches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and sit-ups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Moment with my push-ups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There, I exercise my arm muscles some more. Backside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now I do my calves. My hand against the wall, step back about a foot and a half. One leg over the other one. 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 2. 1, 2, 3, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 5. And I do this. 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 3. 2, 3, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 5. And
then I feel good about myself. Exercise for that day. Even if I do some other exercise during the day, I know I've got the baseline down and covered. Thank you very much.
So anyway, I appreciate that. And ask my son, did I do them this morning? Absolutely, I do them faithfully. I lost, and I really have this under control. Anyway, thank you so much.